And I'll show you how it was shown to me. I know I've told this story before. I don't think I've ever told this part of the story. Okay? A few years ago, we had a problem with our car, the SUV, and took it to get it checked out. And I thought it was something very minor. I wasn't expecting anything bad from it. They checked it out, and we were out shopping. He called us. He said, it's going to be about $3,600. That was a shocker for me. Now, we had just got, I don't think I've ever told this before, but we had just got our tax return. And it was about $3,600, $3,900, something in that range. I knew we had the cash to do it. Now, here's what I got. I realized, I got the revelation that the devil was trying to steal the money that God was trying to put in our account to keep us from being under pressure. But you just throw money at the devil, and you throw money at this problem, and you throw it at that problem, and you don't pray, and the devil will take everything you got. I mean, you're going to have to pray and stand against some stuff. And we both realized this is not right. No, because I've said before many times, well, the money's there just when it needed to be there. Isn't that wonderful? And that is the case sometimes. But sometimes it's because of the devil. Because he knows what you just got, and he wants every bit of it. Can you understand what I'm talking about? And so we decided we're going to wait a day or two. I asked the guy, I told him, I said, we're going to wait a day. We'll leave it with you for a day or two. Just sit there. We'll figure out what to do. He said, okay, that's fine. So what we were going to do is pray, and that's what we did. We prayed. We told the Lord everything about this situation. And as we were praying, I said to Pastor Sharon, I told her, I said, there's been so many things that I've done too fast, and it's cost us money. But, that was when my transition started from, fast, faster, and fastest to slow, slower, and slowest. My transition started then, and I'm even getting slower now. I'm very slow now. Y'all have no idea how slow I am now. But anyway, so we were praying about it, and we didn't get anything right off the bat. And, I'm going to have to call him in another day and tell him we're going to do something. And so I told her, I said, I want to do this different. She said, what do you want to do? I said, if we hear something, we're going to obey it, of course. But if we don't hear something, we got 2 cars. We're going to take this car and we're going to park it. We're not going to make a move till we hear from God. We ain't doing nothing. We ain't touching it. We're not letting our logic kick in and do it. Said, not a chance. We're just going to thank God that he's got the answer and he'll reveal it. Well, after I called the guy and I told him, I said, we may leave it. He said, you can leave it one more day. I said, that's fine. I'll let you know tomorrow. And, we'll either pick it up or whatever. So during the night that night, I had a dream and an impression of a couple of different things. One is that it had to be God telling me this, because he said, I want you to go in there to this dealership, and I want you to tell him, I want you to ask the guy that you've been talking to, I want you to ask him, where would you take your car and get it fixed? His boss is with him. He works behind the counter with his boss. I mean, if that ain't about the stupidest thing I've ever heard of anybody asking anybody to ask, I said, Lord, please don't make me ask him that with all these people in there, because that is foolish. But God knows better than we know. Okay? And I had another impression when I woke up. I said, the place that we're supposed to take it is within a quarter mile, half mile of this place. We're not familiar with the area. I had an inward knowing. There was just something that rose up in me and I just knew it. I'm not talking about somebody told me. It's just an inward knowing. That's what the Bible tells us about. And I had an inward knowing. It's within a quarter mile, half mile. I knew it. So I said, I'm going to do it. I said, it may look foolish, but I'm going to do it. So we went to the dealership and I went in there. Same guy I'd been talking to on the phone. I said, where would you take your car if you were going to get it worked on? And he scratched his head for a second. Said, huh? I said, if you were me, where would you take your car? Now he's surrounded by all these people that work with him. He said, I'd take it down the road. He said, about a quarter of a mile, half a mile down the road. He said, there's a little oil change place. Now I would never, ever, ever took it to an oil change place to have my car worked on. But this was the wisdom of God at this point. And I said, okay, what's the name of it? And he told me the name of it. He said, it's quarter mile, half mile. The minute he told me the distance, I knew. That was my confirmation. I'd heard from God both ways, and I knew it. So we did. We went there. He said they're trying to build a name for themselves by doing stuff in integrity and working on things and at a real reasonable rate. I mean, God was just setting me up. So we went down there and we gave it to them. The guy called us. He said, I've got some bad news. I said, okay, give it to me. He said, it's going to be about not quite $1,000 to do everything. Okay, now, I'm not the best on math, but here's my math. $3,600. Not quite $1,000. I like this one so much better. Not quite $1,000. You understand? The devil ain't got all my money. You understand? Because we prayed about it. I said, I think that'll be fine. I said, you guarantee your work? He said, we sure do. And they did. There was one little bitty thing, nothing. They fixed it in no time flat. I'm talking about it was just a God thing all the way. Now, you can say what you want to, but we took it to the Lord, and He overrode